What do you cure exactly?
Excuse me.
It's a simple question. You're a plague doctor. What is the plague you cure?
What are you?
A seeker of truth, a delver of mysteries. So, what do you cure exactly?
The pestilence.
Of course. You always say the pestilence, like it's some grand truth. If it was so self-evident, why is it everyone asks you the same question?
I do not know. The pestilence is responsible for more death and destruction than any other disease afflicting this world.
Right. But you can't tell me what it is, can you?
I do not feel a need to do so.
You can't. If you could, you would've. Or you'd have told someone else. But not once have you named your boogeyman anything other than the pestilence. Of course, I have my own theory, which seems to be more than you have.
I do not have the time, nor the inclination to banter with whoever you are. I must return to my experiment.
Your experiments will still be there when I'm done learning about you. But since we're talking about them, why do you kill people?
I do not. I cure them of the great pestilence, and...
No, you kill people. Let's be clear about that at least. Though you've killed many less since the Foundation put you into a box.
The pestilence is nearly eradicated here. The doctors, the guards, all clean of infection.
You know what? I think it's free will.
What?
I mean, it could be life itself. It could even be an actual disease, one that only you can see. But I'd guess it's free will.
I do not understand.
No, you wouldn't. To be free of it yourself, you'd have to excise it, cut it out, and never return to it. Tell me, why did you kill Dr. Ham? He was your friend.
My actions do not need to be explained. He was infected.
He was thinking about retiring. His daughter was about to go off to college and he wanted to take some time off. Maybe quit entirely. You killed him as soon as he stopped blindly following orders, as soon as he chose something that his superiors at the Foundation didn't choose for him.
What you short-sightedly fail to see here is a life better than any he could have hoped for, stricken as he was with the pestilence. I have always done what must be done, without regard for my personal feelings. Raymond Ham is cured. You are confused.
I'm not confused. I was there when you were made.
What?
Things like you, they crop up in the dark places where I can't always look. But it was sunny that day. Hot. The stink carried for miles.
I don't...
Stop. These questions and interruptions are becoming a nuisance. If you are so helplessly confused, I'll show you. This is you before you became a monster. It's subtle. Watch closely. The moment you chose to change is coming up. He's sick, carrying the same thing that's killing everyone else in your village. He's come here to make some money off the dying and the dead, but he's about to join them. And look at you, so different back then. Far more selfless, more giving. Watch this. He's about to die, and you're about to make a decision. He knows he's infected. He knows he's putting you at risk. He doesn't know you're immune. A quirk of genetics that you probably still wouldn't understand makes you one of the luckiest members of your generation. If you were almost anyone else, you'd be dead in less than a week. Instead, you have an idea. You're going to make some money. You're going to feed your family off a farce. You ride the horse, carrying death with you as you go, castle to castle, town to town, village to village, house to house. Well, go on. Have you any comments on all this?
The people required remedies. The pestilence is still not cured.
Yes, those are the thoughts you're developing on this journey. You pass by hundreds of people, and at some point they stop being people to you. They become bodies. But at last, you've made a grand circuit. You are home. You have enough money to last several lifetimes. You and your family will never go hungry again. And this is when you started to lose your will to go on. They're in that town. Your family is in there, aren't they? Your wife? Your daughter?
No.
You walked into the house without a thought for your own safety. Perhaps you'd already abandoned your desire for self-preservation. The smell of rotten flesh was overpowering, and you found your wife there, laying dead on the floor. Chunks had been taken out of her arms and legs. Animals.
Stop.
You left them here to fend for themselves. No warning. You couldn't take the risk. This is what the money bought you. You were petrified by grief, shedding tears no one could see under the mask, the veil of what you had chosen to become. Then a noise in a dark corner of the house stirred you from your sorrow.
Why are you showing me this?
You recoiled as you saw her face, covered in blood. She's just like you, shares your quirk. She couldn't get sick.
And she was better off for it. She was the one pure thing remaining. Why shouldn't the rest of the world be like her?
So, it's your mission to rid the world of the bubonic plague?
I don't know what that is. No. The pestilence, sir. Have you not heard what I've been telling you this whole time?
Yes, the pestilence.
I would have thought a man who asks such questions would be able to grasp the importance of my work, of finding the cure. But now I fear you may be plagued with it instead.
Plagued with the pestilence? Or free will?
Do not mock me, sir. Your phantoms and tricks do not scare me. I must return to my work. I require a new subject.
Fine. I suppose we've reached a conclusion. I understand now. You cannot clearly see what you are pursuing because you do not understand yourself.
Untrue, sir. My purpose has never been more clear.
You confuse your purpose with your identity. This drive you feel to find a cure, or even the perception of a disease in the first place, they never originated within yourself.
This judgment is a waste of my time. You could never understand the visionary work I am completing. But if you must, keep casting down these thoughts of what you imagine I am. Let's do it in my laboratory.
Oh no, you'd find me quite useless as a subject. What you perceive as genius, these thoughts too complex for anyone but yourself to comprehend, is simply tunnel vision. I understand now. There are dark places that even I cannot see, and things like you come out of that darkness. I was wrong. My fascination with you appears to be completely unwarranted. You've never once made a choice that was yours. You're just an echo of a man.
Thank you all for watching the video. And thank all these people on screen for supporting via Patreon. If you want your name on this list, check out our Patreon page in the description below. And if you want to see your name on this list, pledge to clearance level 4 or 5. Kian, Rio, Martin, Blake, Michael, Pumpkin Pyromaniac, and that saxophone guy are our highest donors. Thank you all for helping make these videos possible. Last but not least, I want to give a special thank you to the Volgun for guest starring in this episode. I'm sure most of you in the SCP community have probably already heard of him, but if you haven't, make sure to go check out his channel. Again, you can find the link in the description below. See you guys next week.